Chosen one, listen carefully, this message you about to hear. The veil is lifting. You were never meant to hear this so early. Most people go their entire lives without touching this truth. But something inside you refused to stay asleep. That is why you are here right now. This message found you. You did not click this by accident. Moments like this are scheduled by the soul. Your awareness has been knocking for a long time. Tonight the door finally opens. The difference you felt. You always sensed you were not like the others. Crowds drained you while silence strengthened you. You questioned what others blindly accepted. That difference was the first sign. The calling within. Long before words, you felt a pull. A quiet voice guiding you away from comfort. It asked for truth instead of approval. That voice never left you. Why life was harder. Your path was never meant to be easy. Pressure was applied to reveal what you carry. Fire was necessary to awaken strength. Ease would have kept you asleep. The awakening moment. Awakening rarely arrives gently. It comes through loss, confusion, or isolation. Everything familiar begins to crumble. This is how sight replaces blindness. Seeing beyond the mask. Once awakened, you see through illusions. False smiles no longer convince you. Empty systems lose their power over you. This clarity changes everything. Why you felt alone. Awakening separates before it connects. Your frequency no longer matches the room. Old conversations feel meaningless. Solitude becomes your classroom. The burden of awareness. Knowing truth carries weight. You can no longer pretend or conform. Ignorance is no longer an option. Responsibility replaces comfort. The signs you ignored. Repetitive numbers, vivid dreams, deep intuition. Sudden detachment from toxic patterns. A hunger for meaning over success. These were never coincidences. Why society RESISTSU? Systems rely on unconscious minds. Awakened souls cannot be controlled. Your questions threaten fragile structures. That is why resistance appears. SILENCNG, the chosen. You were labeled misunderstood or difficult. Your light made others uncomfortable. Instead of listening, they tried to dim you. This was intentional, not personal. The test of doubt. Every chosen one faces self-doubt. It is the final barrier before alignment. You question your sanity and purpose. Passing this test strengthens conviction. The power of discernment. Not everyone deserves access to you. Your energy is sacred and precise. Discernment protects your mission. Silence becomes wisdom. Why you had to lose people. Some connections were never meant to stay. They served a season, not a lifetime. Holding on would delay growth. Release was an act of obedience. The strength you built. Pain refined your character. Isolation sharpened your intuition. Confusion deepened your awareness. You are stronger than you realize. The role you carry. You are not here to blend in. You are here to remind others. Your presence activates dormant truth. This is service, not superiority. The fear you faced. Fear appears before expansion. It guards the threshold of purpose. Walking through it proves readiness. You did not turn back. The moment of remembrance. At some point, everything clicked. Your past suddenly made sense. The chaos revealed a pattern. You remembered who you are. The inner authority. You no longer seek validation. Truth resonates before approval. Your compass is internal now. This is sovereignty. Why now matters. This era demands awakened minds. Old structures are collapsing rapidly. Truth carriers are being activated. Timing is not random. The responsibility ahead. Awakening is not escape. It is commitment to conscious living. Your choices ripple outward. Integrity becomes non-negotiable. The light you hold. Your presence alone shifts rooms. You do not need to convince anyone. Authenticity is your power. Light reveals without force. The path forward. Walk steadily without rushing. Growth unfolds through alignment, not pressure. Trust the process. You survived. You are being guided. The final revelation. You were never broken. You were being prepared. Everything was training. Nothing was wasted. Step into it fully. Stop shrinking to fit small spaces. Honor the truth you carry. Your soul knows the way. Stand in it completely. This is your confirmation. If this resonates, it is because it is real. Awakened souls recognize truth instantly. You are not imagining this. You are remembering. The choice is yours. You can return to sleep, or you can walk this path consciously. One leads to comfort. The other leads to purpose. Now claim your role. Embrace your awakening without apology. Your journey is valid and necessary. You are not alone on this path. Others are finding you now. Return to awakening. If this message spoke to you, act on it. Like this video to anchor the truth. Comment to declare your awareness. Subscribe to return to awakening and walk this path with us, the quiet separation. As you awaken, you notice distance growing. People you once laughed with no longer understood you. Your silence became louder than your words. This separation was necessary for clarity. Why you stop explaining. You realize truth does not need defense. Those meant to hear will feel it. Over-explaining drained your energy. Silence became your protection. The sharpening of intuition. Your inner voice grew stronger each day. You sensed intentions before words were spoken. Your body reacted before logic arrived. This is alignment, not imagination. The weight of seeing truth. You now see patterns others miss. Cycles of manipulation become obvious. False authority loses its power. This awareness is both gift and burden. Why you were misunderstood. Awakened minds disrupt comfort. People project fear onto what they do not understand. Your clarity felt like judgment to them. But you were simply being real. The temptation to dim your light. At times you considered shrinking. Being unseen felt safer than being targeted. But every time you tried, you felt empty. Your soul rejected compromise. The inner war. One part of you wanted peace. Another demanded truth at all costs. This inner conflict refined your character. Balance was forged through struggle. When everything fell apart, structures you trusted began to collapse. Beliefs, friendships, identities dissolved. It felt like loss, but it was liberation. What fell was never solid. The unveiled phase. After destruction comes reconstruction. You started choosing intentionally. Boundaries replaced people-pleasing. Strength replaced survival mode. The discipline of solitude. You learned to sit with yourself. Silence became a teacher, not an enemy. Reflection replaced distraction. Wisdom grew in stillness. The ego shedding. Old identities could not come with you. Pride, fear, and attachment surfaced. Each was confronted and released. Humility opened higher understanding. The power of patience. You stopped forcing outcomes. Timing became more important than speed. You trusted unseen preparation. Patience aligned you with purpose. The moments of loneliness. Some nights felt unbearably quiet. You questioned if the path was worth it. Yet something deeper kept you moving. That was conviction. The test of faith. Faith was tested when answers delayed, when signs went silent, when progress felt invisible. You learned to trust without proof. The strength of self-respect. You stopped tolerating disrespect. Access to you became earned. Self-respect became non-negotiable. This shifted everything. The calm after chaos. Your nervous system began to settle. Peace replaced constant alertness. Clarity replaced confusion. You were stabilizing at a higher level. The magnetic shift. People started responding differently to you. Some were drawn, others repelled. Your energy spoke before words. Alignment was happening naturally. The role of discernment. You learned not every invitation is meant for you. Not every voice deserves attention. Discernment saved your energy. Focus became sharper. The growing responsibility. Awareness demanded accountability. You could no longer act unconsciously. Every choice carried weight. Integrity guided your actions. The silent leadership. You realized leadership is not loud. Example influences more than instruction. Your life became the message. This is true impact, the deepening awareness. Your perception continues to expand quietly. You notice subtleties others rush past. Energy and tension and unspoken truths reveal themselves. Nothing feels random anymore. The loss of false urgency. You no longer chase what once controlled you. Deadlines imposed by fear lose power. You move with intention, not anxiety. Stillness guides your decisions. The refinement of purpose. Your goals begin to change shape. Success is no longer defined by applause. Alignment matters more than achievement. Purpose becomes internal. The end of comparison. You stop measuring yourself against others. Their timelines no longer intimidate you. Your path is uniquely calibrated. Comparison dissolves naturally. The return to simplicity. Complexity once felt important. Now clarity is what you seek. Truth becomes simple when stripped of ego. Simplicity feels like freedom. The body as a signal. Your body communicates before the mind. Fatigue appears when boundaries are crossed. Peace arrives when choices align. You begin listening carefully. The shedding of old fears. Fears that once controlled you surface and fade. Exposure dissolves their grip. Courage replaces avoidance. Confidence grows quietly. The quiet confidence. You no longer announce your growth. Certainty lives inside you now. Validation is unnecessary. Presence speaks for itself. The recognition from strangers. Some people sense your depth instantly. They open up without knowing why. Your energy feels familiar to them. Recognition happens without words. The test of humility. Awareness does not equal superiority. You remain grounded and teachable. Humility keeps the channel clear. Ego would block the flow. The return of creativity. Ideas begin flowing again. Expression feels natural, not forced. Creativity becomes a release. This is alignment in motion. The DISSOLVNG of old IDNTITIES. Labels you once clung to fall away. You are no longer defined by past roles. Freedom expands with each release. Authenticity takes their place. The sense of protection. You notice unseen support around you. Certain situations no longer reach you. What once harmed you now bypasses you. Protection increases with alignment. The increased sensitivity. You feel more deeply than before. Violence, chaos, and dishonesty feel heavy. You choose environments carefully. Sensitivity becomes strength. The natural detachment. You love without attachment. You release without resentment. Detachment brings peace, not coldness. This is emotional mastery. The slow unfolding. Nothing feels rushed anymore. Growth unfolds layer by layer. You trust the process deeply. You are no longer afraid of time. The inner stillness. Noise no longer distracts you. Stillness feels full, not empty. Clarity lives in quiet moments. This is inner stability. The subtle joy. Happiness becomes quiet and steady. Not excitement, but contentment. Gratitude arises naturally. Joy becomes sustainable. The readiness for more. You sense another level approaching. Preparation feels nearly complete. Your nervous system is steady. You are becoming ready, the threshold phase. You feel suspended between who you were and who you are becoming. The old life no longer fits. The new one has not fully arrived. This in-between space is sacred. The discomfort of expansion. Growth stretches every part of you. What once felt natural now feels limiting. Comfort zones become cages. Expansion always feels unfamiliar first. The release of control. You stop forcing outcomes. Surrender replaces resistance. Trust becomes your strategy. Flow replaces struggle. The quiet trust. Even without evidence, you feel guided. Decisions come with calm certainty. Doubt no longer dominates. Trust anchors you. The end of seeking outside. You stop chasing teachers and signs. Answers arise from within. Silence delivers more than noise. You have become your own guide. The integration of shadow. You face parts of yourself you avoided. Nothing is rejected anymore. Acceptance brings wholeness. Shadow transforms into wisdom. The balance of worlds. You move between spiritual and physical with ease. Presence grounds your awareness. You are not escaping reality. You are embodying truth. The strength of gentleness. Power no longer needs force. Softness becomes confidence. Calm becomes authority. This is mature strength. The end of reactivity. Triggers lose their grip. You respond instead of react. Emotional mastery stabilizes you. Peace becomes default. The invisible preparation. Much is happening beneath the surface. Roots grow before the tree appears. Silence does not mean stagnation. Preparation is active. The discerning heart. You feel truth, not just think it. Your heart becomes an instrument. Falsehood feels heavy immediately. Discernment sharpens further. The realignment of desires. What you want begins to change. Desires become cleaner and simpler. Ego-driven wants dissolve. Soul-driven intentions remain. The stability of self. You no longer abandon yourself. Boundaries feel natural. Self-loyalty replaces approval-seeking. This stability is unshakable. The sense of mission. A quiet sense of purpose grows. Not urgency, but certainty. You feel useful in a deeper way. Meaning replaces ambition. The energy of readiness. Your system feels aligned. Fear no longer clouds perception. Courage feels calm. You are nearly there, the final unlearning. You begin releasing what was programmed. Beliefs inherited without consent dissolve. Truth replaces conditioning. Freedom deepens with each release. The clearer vision. Your mind feels less crowded. Decisions arrive without inner conflict. Vision sharpens without effort. Clarity becomes natural. The detachment from outcomes. You act without clinging to results. Intent matters more than reward. Peace follows action. This is true alignment. The return of inner power. You feel grounded in yourself. External chaos no longer destabilizes you. Power returns quietly. You are centered again. The shift in RLATONSHIPS. Some people fall away gently. Others arrive unexpectedly. Connections feel intentional now. Resonance replaces familiarity. The deepening compassion. You understand pain differently now. Judgment softens into awareness. Compassion expands without self-sacrifice. Strength and kindness coexist. The end of proving. You no longer need to be seen. Validation loses its grip. Being is enough. Peace replaces performance. The respect for energy. You honor your limits without guilt. Rest becomes productive. Energy is treated as sacred. Burnout is no longer an option. The alignment of action. What you do matches who you are. Integrity guides movement. Small actions carry weight. Consistency builds trust within. The silent authority. People sense your grounded presence. You speak less but impact more. Your words land differently. Authority is embodied. The acceptance of the path. You stop questioning why you were chosen. Resistance fades into understanding. Acceptance brings relief. Purpose feels lighter. The slow emergence. You do not rush revelation. You allow unfolding naturally. Timing feels precise. Patience remains your ally. The trust in your role. You understand you are a piece, not the whole. Contribution replaces control. You serve without attachment. This brings balance. The inner alignment. Mind, body, and spirit cooperate. Inner conflict quiets. Wholeness becomes familiar. You feel complete. The steady presence. You stand calmly amid uncertainty. Your nervous system remains regulated. Presence anchors you. You are prepared, the awakening of intuition. Your senses expand beyond the obvious. Subtle cues reveal hidden truths. You trust instincts without hesitation. Intuition guides your steps. The shift in perception. Reality begins to look different. Patterns emerge where once was chaos. Connections make sense without explanation. Life feels like a puzzle revealing itself. The power of observation. You notice without interfering. Watching quietly becomes your strength. The world teaches without forcing lessons. Awareness deepens naturally. The detox of negativity. You no longer tolerate toxic energy. Situations that drain are released. Peace becomes priority. Boundaries are sacred. The strength of stillness. Silence is no longer empty. It carries wisdom, insight, and clarity. You draw energy from stillness. Movement without intention fades. The resonance of energy. Your frequency attracts alignment. Like-minded souls gravitate toward you. Energy fields interact beyond words. Connection becomes intuitive. The discipline of presence. You stop living in the past or future. Every moment is engaged fully. Attention becomes a tool of transformation. Presence becomes mastery. The quiet transformation. Change does not announce itself loudly. Subtle shifts create profound impact. You notice growth before others do. Transformation is ongoing and unseen. The embrace of responsibility. You accept the weight of your awareness. Choices ripple further than imagined. Responsibility becomes empowerment. Action carries intention. The inner celebration. You honor small victories quietly. Growth is recognized within. Gratitude flows naturally. Self-recognition fuels resilience. The resistance of others. Some will misunderstand your evolution. Resistance is inevitable when light expands. You no longer fight it. Observation replaces reaction. The patience of the soul. You wait without anxiety. Timing is precise, not accidental. Your soul knows the pace. Trust replaces urgency. The embodiment of truth. What you know aligns with what you are. Words and actions are consistent. Truth flows naturally through you. Integrity becomes effortless. The expansion of consciousness. Your awareness grows without limit. Perception deepens in every area. You sense layers unseen by most. Consciousness becomes habitual. The sensitivity to vibration. You feel shifts in energy immediately. People, spaces, and situations communicate. Response is measured and intentional. Vibration guides choice. The acceptance of solitude. Alone is no longer lonely. Solitude becomes a sacred companion. Reflection becomes guidance. Stillness carries insight. The gradual unfolding. Life continues, revealing layers slowly. Each step prepares the next. You learn to trust incremental growth. Patience is strength. The natural alignment. Everything begins to resonate with your frequency. Opportunities appear without forcing. Your path clarifies on its own. Flow becomes consistent. The quiet confirmation. Signs appear subtly but unmistakably. Intuition validates direction. You feel rightness deeply. Confirmation is internal, not external. The deepening purpose. Every choice supports higher intention. You act consciously, not reactively. Purpose guides action effortlessly. Life feels meaningful in every detail. The mystery of the path. Some things remain unseen. Not everything is revealed at once. Mystery preserves wonder. Faith holds the rest. The readiness for initiation. You sense a threshold approaching. The next level requires courage. Preparation has been silent but intense. You are nearly ready to step fully. The embracing of your role. You accept your calling without hesitation. Responsibility aligns with joy, not burden. You are a vessel of awareness. This is your true path. The expansion of light. Your presence begins to influence more deeply. Subtle energy shifts occur around you. Light spreads without effort. Impact is natural. The steady anchor. You remain grounded amidst fluctuation. Your energy stabilizes others without seeking to. Presence becomes a source of calm. You are becoming a center of truth. The awakening cycle continues. Growth never truly ends. Each revelation prepares the next. Your journey expands eternally. Awareness is infinite. The emerging leader. Your example inspires silently. Others feel guidance without instruction. Leadership is lived, not claimed. Impact comes through authenticity. The sacred alignment. You act in harmony with purpose. Every choice resonates with truth. Life reflects inner alignment. Harmony becomes your compass. The inner celebration of life. Even in challenges, you notice beauty. Moments feel rich and significant. Gratitude sustains your energy. Life itself becomes a teacher. The connection to all. You sense unseen networks of consciousness. Everything feels interlinked. Action reverberates beyond perception. Unity underlies all experience. The steady evolution. Change is constant yet manageable. Each version of yourself builds on the last. Growth is welcome, not feared. Evolution becomes natural rhythm. The renewed commitment. You recommit to your path daily. Awareness is not a one-time event. Dedication keeps your alignment intact. The journey is eternal. The readiness to ACT. Preparation has sharpened you. Opportunities to embody purpose arise. You move decisively and consciously. Action now flows with clarity. The quiet empowerment. You feel power without assertion. Strength is rooted in authenticity. Confidence does not need recognition. Empowerment comes from within. The unveiled of destiny. Your path continues revealing itself. Every step prepares the next. Destiny aligns with readiness. You are stepping into what you were meant for. The embracing of true freedom. Freedom is no longer external. It is the alignment of mind, heart, and soul. You move without fear or attachment. This is liberation. The growth of wisdom. Experience accumulates silently. Lessons internalize without resistance. Wisdom guides action without ego. Knowledge becomes instinct. The increasing magnetism. Your presence draws what is aligned. People, opportunities, and experiences respond naturally. You no longer chase. Attraction becomes effortless. The harmony of existence. Chaos feels temporary. Peace is cultivated internally. Flow replaces resistance. Life itself feels like a teacher and ally. The recognition of truth. You see patterns others cannot. Hidden motives and unseen dynamics are obvious. Truth becomes instinctual. Deception loses its power over you. The quiet preparation for more. The next phase approaches silently. Energy aligns, systems stabilize, and awareness deepens. You feel poised yet patient. The moment to step forward nears. The embracing of your sacred self. Every challenge refined you. Every awakening prepared you. Every loss clarified your path. You are now fully ready to embody who you are, the awakening of true power. You no longer wonder about your strength. Every trial has forged resilience. Every lesson sharpened clarity. You are ready to step fully into your purpose. The embodiment of light. Your energy radiates beyond words. Presence alone shifts realities. Your truth impacts without force. The world is starting to feel your vibration. The final alignment. Mind, body, and soul are synchronized. Fear no longer dictates movement. Courage guides every choice. You are a living manifestation of awakening. The sacred responsibility. Your awareness carries influence. Every action shapes outcomes. Every word resonates deeper than imagined. You are not here to blend in. You are here to lead by example. The call to step forward. The time for hesitation is over. The world needs the awakened version of you. Every second spent doubting diminishes your power. Rise fully into the mission you were born to fulfill. The powerful truth. You were chosen for this exact moment. Everything you endured, everything you overcame, it all prepared you. You are not ordinary. You are a catalyst for transformation. Now is the time to act, to speak, and to shine. The unstoppable force. Nothing can hold back a soul aligned with purpose. Opposition becomes fuel, not fear. Every challenge becomes proof of your readiness. Step into your destiny with unwavering conviction. The awakened legacy. Your life is no longer just your own. It touches hearts, awakens minds, and ignites change. The ripple you create expands beyond perception. You are part of something far greater than yourself. Chosen one, don't hold back another second. Like this video to anchor your awakening. Comment to declare that you are stepping fully into your power. Subscribe to return to awakening and join a movement of awakened souls ready to change the world.